Yes, it does work. Hello.
Hi.
How are you, Lourdes?
I am wonderful today. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Oh my God, what should I say? We are really glad to have you here, Lourdes. We are super excited for your visit. And we're gonna have two conversations, me and you, one non-mixed and one mixed. We're going to talk about that later, but first, you come from an organization called Transformative Color Collective. Can you tell me more about that?
Absolutely. Transformative Color Collective is a global initiative based in Washington, D.C., and we work to uplift the lived narratives, leadership, and experience of trans people of color, trans and gender nonconforming people of color. And our work focuses on those who are most disproportionately impacted by structural oppression.
That's good to hear. The thing is, like, I knew about you before you knew about me. I found your organization actually at a blog or something that did write about you, and I was so happy when I saw that, because you did talk about exactly, the important things for me. I sent you an email and I said you need to come here to Oslo. Because the conversations that you and your organization have, I want to bring that to Oslo and Norway. I want to share you with my people. So we're gonna have two events, one at the June 20th and one June 26th, right?
Yes.
One is non-mixed and one is mixed. Why are we having that?
So what's the difference between non-mixed and mixed? Because over here in the States, we have events that are open to all. So all genders, all nationalities, all backgrounds. And then we have events that are for particular populations, for instance, specifically for people of color or specifically for trans and gender nonconforming people. So I think that's the difference between the mixed and the non-mixed event. I think it's important for us to have both because we have to build community with those who are like us, and we have to also build community around those who may not necessarily understand how structural oppression manifests in all our lives. It's critical for people of color to be able to have closed spaces. It's critical for trans and gender nonconforming people to have closed spaces, to be able to heal, to be able to meet and come together and develop strategies around the issues that impact our lives. And so I'm really, really super excited to have both conversations because both are necessary and both are critical for us to achieve collective liberation.
Exactly, collective liberation. That's what we're going to talk about. And can you tell me more about that?
Well, it's interesting because, when we talk about structural oppression, a lot of folks don't understand what that really means. And so for us, we know that the average age of a trans woman of color is 35 years old. Here in the States, the average income of a Black trans person is less than $10,000. In the States, we know that there are so many issues that our community are impacted from differently. However, all communities are impacted by structural oppression, and it manifests in many different ways in our lives. And so a lot of the work that Transformative Color Collective does is works to really dismantle structural oppression, as well as raise an analysis and praxis that helps to empower people and uplift our people to really step into their leadership.
Well said. And that's also the reason that you are part of the Black Lives Matter movement, right?
Absolutely. Black Lives Matter. I'm also part of the Black Lives Matter leadership team, and I also co-lead the Black Lives Matter DMV chapter in my region. And so it is important that we have conversations that expand this narrative around state-sanctioned violence, because state-sanctioned violence is not just when police are killing Black bodies and brown bodies. It's also when we're denied access to educational opportunities, when we're denied access to employment, housing, when we're denied access to healthcare, because the laws impede our access. And so that is also state sanctioned violence. So how do we really expand conversations around what violence is and how violence manifests in our everyday lives? As a Black trans woman, I wake up every day in a world that is designed to erase me from the face of this earth. It is designed to tell me that I don't belong, and this is not a place for me to thrive. And we know that is absolutely not true. I was talking to one of my good friends, Elle Hearns, and I was like, you know, the society is not designed for me to be successful. And then she told me, but you are designed to be successful. And so it's critical that we're building community. It's critical that we're realizing that, yes, the system is messed up, but there are ways that we can work in collaboratively to dismantle the system, to create a world where we all have access to the things that we need to be successful, to love our families, and to really develop wholesome experiences. And so I'm really super excited to bring the works of Trans Women of Color Collective and Black Lives Matter to Oslo, Norway in June.
Well said, well said. And that's why we do invite you here, because we are comrades. In Shea-Världen, we share the idea that you just talked about. So see you soon, right?
Yes, I'm super excited. But there is a way for people to get involved in your organization. And so, and what days are the events? The 20th and the 26th?
Yes, correct. That's correct. And you can also, if you like, that we bring Lourdes here, and if you want us to make her move here, you can become a member of the organization, and we will work for that. All right.
Absolutely. And if you want to learn more information about Trans Women of Color Collective, you can visit our website, www.twocc.us. And you can also visit blacklivesmatter.com to get involved. And I'm super excited to be in Norway.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.
See ya.